Guys, this situation here is a very funny name. We call that position in Brazil omoplata going to escangalha frango. This is like omoplata going to crush the chicken, right? It's a funny name. You guys will see why. It's a kind of like a nasty position here. I'm gonna hit the omoplata and I'm gonna tap him in a different way that it's gonna involve his legs and his arms, kind of like nasty. So, guys, what I'm gonna do here is I'm here again, I'm gonna hit the omoplata, so I'm gonna do that thing. I'm gonna go here underneath his arm, bring him to me. Guys, if for some reason he has already his arm here, I don't even need to do that. I just have to hip escape a little bit, control behind his triceps, put my hand over, and get my leg. Once I did that, boom, I got here, like, right? I got like the omoplata set up, right? Once I did the omoplata, I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna lock the omoplata, right? Guys, now what I'm gonna do is, we gotta change the angle here to make sure everyone can see, So look, now what I'm gonna do, I got the omoplata, right? So once I got the omoplata, I'm gonna hip escape a little bit and I'm gonna place my leg all the way down over there, look, underneath his leg, right here. Can you guys see that I made a hook over there? Look, I made a hook underneath his leg, right? Now, I'm gonna stretch my leg, stretch until I get a submission. So there is a submission here. You cannot even see that well, but I mean, like, I have my leg here underneath his leg, and I'm gonna stretch myself up. When I stretch myself, what happens is this leg hits his shoulder down, and my leg forces his other shoulder to be up. If I didn't have this leg, I would stretch, and he would move himself lower. But as I have this hook over here, look, as I have this hook, I'm gonna stretch and he's gonna tap. Guys, in case of my opponent's flexible, I could go there and catch this arm and control his arm like this and do both at the same time. Look how uncomfortable it is. That's why you call it crush the chicken, right? I could even like bring his arm on this way, look. It's nasty. And I like that submission a lot because I always talk about that, like, in Jiu-Jitsu, every time I go for a submission, I always like to try the submissions that I have nothing to lose. So for example, I'm not the type of guy who's gonna pass the guard, get the knee on belly and try the arm bar, and then maybe I'm gonna fall on bar, my opponent's gonna get very excited and he escaped from the arm bar, he's gonna start attacking. So I like better to try the submissions that even if I miss it, it's fine, no problem. I'm still in a good spot, right? So that's my goal when I'm hitting the submissions from any type of submission. So this one, for example, I got the omoplata, I can try this, I have no risk to do that. If it works, great, I got a submission. If it doesn't, no problem, I still do it with the omoplata. So let's see again. Let's just change that a little bit. So, as you guys can see, look, my opponent was lower here, I'm gonna go there, boom, got him, hip escape, bring my leg over. If I'm not flexible, hip escape more, bring the leg, close the triangle. Once I close the triangle, I can even use this hand to help each other. And I'm gonna go all the way down there and control underneath his leg. Once I did that, now I gotta come up and stretch, and he's already tapping. If he was not flexible, I could bring that arm to me. But it's not the case, and most of the people are not flexible enough, guys. So if you place the hook over there, as soon as I start stretching, done. Submission is there. So one more time. Got here. Also got here. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna come back here, place it, and done. That's it. Guys, in this situation here, you guys will start understanding like why I can use omoplata as a fake, right? Why I can use I can hit the omoplata like I can fake the omoplata, right? Like, how I can use the omoplata as a trap, right? So what I'm gonna do here is, let's imagine I got Luis over here in this situation, boom. And I was about to go to the omoplata, but he's gonna bring his head towards this way, so there's no way to get the omoplata over there. Look, I lost the omoplata, right? Guys, normally I only do the omoplata to my left side, okay? But what I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna pretend that I'm gonna go to the other side, And then probably he's gonna bring his head to this side. And then he opens up the way here for me to go to my good side again. So once I felt the gap here on my good side, before I go there, I'm gonna bring my elbow there, right? Once I have my elbow here, he's gonna try to come back, he cannot. And then I bring my shin and I do all that thing again, right? For this position, I only wanna focus with you guys on this trap, so pay attention again. It's one of the traps that I have. So for example, I went here, I was going to the omoplata, he brought his head towards this side, so there's no way to go to the omoplata anymore. So I'm gonna fake the omoplata in the other side. I'm gonna do this. He's gonna bring his head there, boom, I come back to the other side again. So I play a game with my opponent. I see where he is. And then I bring my shin over, I go there, and I go for the submission, right? So I'm here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna control the lapel, I'm gonna bring my arm, bring him to me. I did it. So I would go to the omoplata over there, but he brought his head over here. He was even like looking to the other side, like look to the other side with us. And then there was no way to go to the omoplata. So I'm gonna pretend the omoplata on my wrong side. So I'm gonna do this. Then he's gonna bring his head to this side. If not, he gives me the omoplata over there. And now he gave me the gap to go to my good side again. And then I bring my shin over, I close the triangle, and I would do all that thing again. I would come up, get the lapel, stretch the leg down, escape, and get a submission, right? So, guys, this position, I think, it's really good to understand two things here. I always try to simplify the jiu-jitsu, right? So I always try to make it as easy as possible. So for example, my omoplata is only really good to one side, it's to my left side. If I would put like in the level of score like 100, my omoplata is like 80 or 90 in the left side, and probably 10 or 20 on my right side. So I don't want to try the omoplata on my right side. I always want to try on my left side. I always want to go to my left side. So for example, in this situation, my opponent's here. I'm gonna try to go to the omoplata there, he blocked it, he brings the head in this way. So I don't want to go to the omoplata in this side here. I know that my omoplata in this side is not as efficient. So I'm just gonna pretend I'm gonna do this. Once I do that, he brings his head there and he gives me the gap to go to the other side again. So it's a trap. It's awesome because it's a trap. And then I go ahead, hit the omoplata, get here, get there, come up, control the lapel, stretch the leg down, escape, and the submission is there. That's it. That is that simple, not more than that. Okay guys, so in this situation here, we're gonna start seeing like some different sort of omoplatas that we can always use, we can also use. So my main omoplatas is the one I showed before, like grabbing the sleeve, grabbing underneath the leg, or maybe trying to place his hand on the mat. But I mean, like I would say, like 80% of my omoplatas or 90% of omoplatas are only those two: is grabbing the sleeve, going underneath the leg, or doing this, right? But I also try to do some different omoplatas when those omoplatas are not working. So I'm gonna show you one here that I learned watching Pad Pano doing it. Pad Pano is one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world. He won the open class black belt twice, and I would watch his matches and he would do this type of game against everybody. I don't even know if I do exactly as he does. For sure he does way better than me because it's his best position. But I'm gonna show you here like the way I do, that I got from him. So guys, I'm gonna control his lead in the same way and I'm gonna control underneath his leg. But let's imagine that in this situation here, I'm not confident I'm gonna be able to hit the omoplata over there, right away. Maybe he closed his elbow, or maybe no, I mean, push up and close the elbow. Maybe I was not confident to do the omoplata this way. So guys, what I'm gonna do here, look at the trap. I'm gonna give him the turtle. Look, right? So it looks like he can take my back from here, right? So look, I have his lead with my right hand, and I'm gonna control also his knee with my left hand, right? So I have this control, right? If you try to take my back, it's gonna be hard, because I'm very confident on this sleeve over here. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna roll forward, and the omoplata is just there, right? Guys, when I get here, I could go for the sweep right away, just lifting his leg up and forcing him to roll. But I don't want to do that. I want to go for the submission. So to be able to go to submission, I grab his belt, I grab his pants, I make sure he cannot roll, I come up, control his lapel, stretch the leg down, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape, and then I come up, and the submission is just there, right? So let's do it again. So I'm here in the closer, I control the sleeve, I go underneath his leg, I open my guard, right? Once I open my guard, I'm gonna, instead of going to the omoplata as we were doing before, I'm gonna give him the turtle, so I'm gonna roll towards this side. But look guys, it's hard for him to take my back because I have this sleeve here, so that's the most important part of the position. Guys, please don't do that and leave the hand. You're gonna give him your back, so don't do that. So keep controlling this sleeve over here. So it's gonna be hard for him to take her back. And then you just roll, and you have the omoplata over here, right? Also have the omoplata, you're gonna control your belt, you're gonna control your pants, you're gonna stretch, you're gonna come up, control the lapel, stretch the leg down, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape, and the omoplata is just there, right? One more time, we're gonna do quick right now. Change the angle. So, control here, control there, open, turn towards his way, control the pants. Control, come up, stretch the leg down, hip escape, tell him some secret submissions there. So guys, now as you guys see, I'm starting to move towards the positions that I call like more like omoplata trap, right? I mean, like all these positions we're gonna do right now, you guys will see that it's more like a trap to bring my opponent to the omoplata, right? So one position I used to do a lot is like from butterfly. I don't used to play the butterfly so much, but many times happened that, for example, for some reason I couldn't close the halfway, and then my opponent goes here and start controlling myself, and I cannot close the halfway, and I'm stuck in the butterfly, right? So what I do is I control the belt. I always say that there is one guy who's really good with that, with this type of game. That's Rafael Formiga, great friend of me. He was actually like one of the first like top black belts I trained in my life. I was brown belt, he was purple or brown belt, he was already black belt, and I got crazy excited when I trained for him, and all his game was like controlling the belt and controlling the arm. So I was like, man, I gotta pick something from there. And then I was not very used about doing butterfly, but I was like, man, wait a second, I can connect this position with the omoplata. So then what I started doing here is, when I get this position, most of the times they're pushing me down here, right? So they're trying to make pressure on me. So what I do is, I start getting a little bit sideways, and I try to kick him. But if I just kick him and he falls, I get the sweep, right? But most of the times what's gonna happen, once I start kicking him, he posts his hand on the mat, and he stretches his leg over there. Stretch the other leg with this? No, over there towards the right side. Yeah, like this. So look guys, when he does that, he gives me this space to bring this leg over. Look, I was here, I bring this leg, now I'm gonna sit down, hip escape. Look, I got it, the omoplata is here. All I gotta do is, forearm goes up with elbow pushing his head. I'm gonna bring my leg, pass over his head. I could go to that submission that we just saw, or I'm gonna close the omoplata and do that same thing over and over and over again. Control his belt, control his pants, come up, get his armpit, stretch the leg down, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape, and submission there. So let's see again. So look, let's imagine, I don't try to find this position too much. This position many times happens when I fall there. They got me in the butterfly. I didn't want to do the butterfly. Normally I play or halfway or closer. But what happens, he got me there. Look, I got stuck here. How many times we get stuck here? Right, so what I would do, I would come up a little bit and control his belt. Once I control his belt, you guys can see that I'm a little bit sideways, right? Once I'm a little bit sideways here, I'm gonna control his triceps. I'm gonna start trying to sweep him there. Guys, if I sweep him and he fall, great, I got the sweep. But if I start trying to sweep him, he pulls his hand on the mat and he lifts that leg up, that's all I want. I'm gonna open my leg and I'm gonna bring my leg very heavy underneath his armpit, look. And now, I'm just gonna bring my leg, pass it over, get the omoplata, control his belt, control his pants, don't let him roll. I'm gonna use the belt as a momentum to come up and control his armpit. Stretch the leg down, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape. Tell him some secret. Submissions there. One more time, very quick. Change the angle here. No, actually, the better angle is gonna be worse. So let's do it here again. I'm here, he got the butt under hook, boom, he pinned me down. I'm gonna control his belt. Make sure his head is towards the other side. So I'm gonna use my forearm here to control his belt. I'm gonna hip escape a little bit, bring his triceps. Belt's over. Get the omoplata, switch. Here I am. Right, now I'm gonna bring myself up, control the belt, control the lapel, escape, escape, escape. Submissions there. And that's it. Guys, in this situation here, what you're gonna do is, if you guys have one of my instructions, you might have seen this position before, but I could not teach instruction all about omoplata and not show this one. That's definitely one of my favorites. So let's imagine fighting against Luis, and he's gonna control my head here, and he's gonna get the halfer. He's gonna switch his base. Just switch your base on this, towards the other side. Yep. Yeah. He's gonna switch my base here, and he got the other hook, and he definitely has my halfer here. Guys, on this situation, I cannot even recover the guard. Look, my leg is stuck here, right? So I'm stuck in the halfer. Guys, what I'm gonna try to do here is, I'm gonna try to bridge as strong as I can. Many times when I bridge really strong like that, I even get the sweep. I would bridge like really strong like this, look, and I could even get the sweep. But my opponent is smart. He knows that I'm gonna try to bridge like this. So when I try to bridge, he's gonna open up his base. So he's gonna put his buff knees on the mat. Did you get this? Yep. So I'm here, when I try to bridge, he's gonna open up his base and place his buff knees on the mat, right? So guys, from here, if you guys can see, I have the omoplata again. All I gotta do is, I'm gonna lift my right knee a little bit. So I'm gonna bring my right knee up a little bit. Once I did that, my right hand goes against his shoulder again. Right? Now, all I gotta do is, I'm gonna bring my shin and pass it over his head. Right? Once I did that, I'm gonna start like going to the other side and closing the triangle. Now that I close the triangle, I'm gonna control his belt, control his pants. I'm gonna do that same thing again, over and over and over. So if you try to roll, he's stuck, he cannot roll. So I'm gonna use this hand as a momentum, come up, control his lapel under his armpit. Stretch the leg down, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape, until he's flat. Once he's flat, he cannot roll, he cannot do anything anymore. I'm gonna bend my legs, come up, and tell him some secret. So let's see again. I'm gonna do from this angle right here, right now. So let's imagine, look, I'm in the halfer here. He's gonna get my halfer and he's gonna switch his base. So he's gonna stay like this, right? So guys, I'm gonna try to bridge as strong as I can. Many times when I do this bridge, my opponent even falls and I get a sweep right away. So for example, I could do this and he could just fall. But as he's very good, he knows I'm gonna do that, or he just fell when I was doing, and he's gonna open his legs. So when I try to bridge, he's open his legs and place his buff knees on the mat. Guys, the omoplata is just there. Why? Because he's holding my hip here. Every time my opponent holds my hip, I have the omoplata. All I gotta do is I gotta free my knee, so I'm gonna bring this knee up. Now my hand is gonna go here. That same thing again, palm up and forearm against his head. Don't do like this, because my forearm and my elbow is not gonna go against his head. So palm up like this. Now I'm gonna bring my leg, pass it over. Once I pass it over, the submission is there, right? So I'm gonna just turn, get here, control his leg. I'm gonna come up, stretch the leg down, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape, and I just got a submission. I'm gonna do one more time, very quick here. After change your base, I'm gonna breach, open up, relax, yes. Guys, in this situation here, what you're gonna do is, last position we did the omoplata from halfway. And especially from that position when we do the omoplata from halfway, many times our foot gets stuck on his legs over there. Just the foot, almost like a hook. So I'm gonna take advantage of this foot to row, and it's gonna be like, I call it the weird row. It's gonna be a weird row after the omoplata, and I'm gonna end up kind of like in the monoplata. So you guys will see what's gonna happen. So look, let's imagine my opponent's in halfway again. He's gonna change his waist. I'm gonna breach, he's gonna stretch his leg. Yes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring my knee up, right? I'm gonna bring my forearm and go into the omoplata. So guys, just change the angle here, Lewis, just make sure the camera catches. Look how I am. My foot was on halfway, right? So my foot's on between his legs, right? We did one position before that I would submit him from there. You want to call it like the crushed chicken, right? But in this situation, I'm not like this. I'm like this. I don't have the omoplata yet. I don't have this hook here set up, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place my forearm on the mat and I'm gonna roll. So look, I'm gonna roll until I get here, right? Guys, once I got on this spot, all I gotta do here is I'm just gonna bring my knee up, keeping that hook to make sure he's stuck, and I'm gonna bring my knee up, and the submission is there. So just bring the knee up, and the submission is there. So let's see again. So, Faria against my opener. He's there, he's gonna breach, he's gonna bring his left legs up, I'm gonna go to the omoplata. Once I got the omoplata, my foot's here. If you guys can see, look, my foot is here. Look underneath his leg. So I'm gonna take advantage of that, and I'm gonna do the weird roll. So I just place my forearm on the mat, and I'm gonna roll over here. Look, imagine like I wanna look to the logo. So I'm here, I'm gonna roll like this, like this, like this, and I'm gonna end up here. So I have his leg stuck, I have my leg over his head, I'm gonna place my forearm on the mat, I'm gonna bring my knee up, and the submission is just there. That's it, guys. That's simple. I mean, it seems like weird roll, but it's not even like that weird because everything's already set. One position leads to the other. So let's see again. Last time is. So we can even start from here. Look, I was on halfway and I got here, right? So my foot's stuck there. Right, so what I'm gonna do, put my forearm on the mat, I'm gonna roll, done. Now, just bring my knee up, and that's it. Okay guys, in this situation here, guys, this is probably like my favorite track from Omoplata ever. Like, many times, like for example, I came up with this one because many times like I'm doing seminars, and then after the seminar, I started rolling with the students and that. Then it's funny because sometimes I'm rolling with some students, and as soon as I score some points, they change their mind. I mean, like they don't wanna row anymore. They just don't wanna tap. So they close themselves like very well, very well. And then it's hard to get a submission. You know, when you're fighting against someone that the guy's not going hard against you, he's just trying to avoid a submission. That's really hard to get a submission. So like after doing like training a lot with a bunch of students like lower belts than me, like that I knew that they would try to close themselves and this and that, and many times after like doing a lot of seminars and rolling with the students this and that, I started figuring like, man, I gotta come up with one trap to catch them, you know, catch them during the trap. If you are on higher belt, for example, or if you train someone that's lower belt than you and or easier road than you might have figured that sometimes it's hard to get a submission just because the guy knows what you are doing and he closes himself, right? Once you scored, he closed himself. Once you got the mount, he closed himself. Once you pass the guard, he closed himself. And then it's hard to get a submission. So this omoplata here, you guys will understand very well how it works because it's really like a trap. So for example, I'm fighting against my opponent and I pass his guard. My opponent's very well closed here. So all I'm gonna try to do is this type of grip here. Look, I wanna switch this arm over and make sure his hand is a little bit not, I'm gonna use my chest to take out his hand over there, look. Done. Now I'm gonna switch like this. So I wanna have his arm involved. Probably he's thinking that I'm gonna go to something like north-south or Kimura with north-south or something like that. No. All I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna switch my base. Right? Guys, once I switch in my base, I start helping him. So I'm gonna start moving his hand here, moving his hand down, and give him the underhook. I want him having the underhook, right? Guys, once he has the underhook, what's his reaction? He start coming up. So he's gonna come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, and I give away the position. When I give away the position, guys, look how I am. All I gotta do is that thing again. I'm gonna bring this elbow against his ear. That's it. Now I control my shin, bring it over, and omoplata is there. I don't need nothing more than that. I could do the weird roll that I did in the last position, because my foot's on between his legs. Or I can just go to the regular omoplata and repeat that same process again. Control his belt, control his pants. Don't let him roll. If he tries to roll, stop him. Now I'm gonna use this as a momentum and I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna control his lapel. Once I got his lapel, I'm gonna stretch the leg down. Hip escape, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape. Done. I'm here. Now I'm just gonna come up. Submission is there, and I got it. That's it. Very simple. So one more time. Just lay it off. Switch sides. So I got here, side control. I'm gonna switch my arm over, move his hand down. I'm gonna bring his hand over here, right? And I'm gonna control his arm, right? Now he's gonna start turning against me, 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 and I'm gonna give up the position. Once I give up the position, my elbow goes against his ear, my hand goes up. Now I'm gonna bring my leg, pass it over his head. Now I'm gonna turn, 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 turn. Close the, keep the omoplata closed. Control his belt, control his pants. I'm gonna come up, control the lapel, stretch the leg down, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape. Tell him some secret. Done, submission's there. One more time, last one. Oh, sorry, side control. The other side. So guys, this setup, here's the most important part. So what I want to do is, I want to make sure I use my chest to move his hand over. So look, I got it. Once I did that, I'm going to switch my arm over. Now I'm going to switch my base. Now I'm going to give him the other hook. Look, I help him, I bring his hand. Bring, 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 until he gets it. Once he gets it, I'm going to do quick right now. Look, he's going to come up. He's gonna try to roll. Stretch like that. The submission is there. Guys, in this position here, what you're gonna do is, this is probably like, when I used to roll, when I used to train and teach at Marcelo's, this is probably like we used to train a lot of like back and forth trainings and that. Every time, from most of the times he tapped me, was at this position. This was probably like, I never saw anybody doing this so well as he does. But the good news is that at least I got to learn it. And I probably am not his level in this position, but now I know how to do it as well. And I'm using it as my omoplata finishes. So what you're gonna do here is, it's pretty much the same position that we were doing before, but I like doing it and sitting down. When Marcelo does it, he goes up, he goes to the mount, right? So he doesn't give up the guy the chance to come up. He goes over. So, and then nowadays I haven't been using that as well. I use that mostly for like people who are lighter than me. The heavy guys, the very heavy guys, I like letting them come up because they come up very slow, so I can set up my omoplata. But the lighter guys who are very fast, as soon as they're turning, if I have the chance to throw my leg over, my position is there. So guys, in this position, what's gonna happen is pretty much as the same thing we did in the last one. So it's connected again. So look, I'm fighting against my opponent, he's gonna get the underhook again, right? So guys, as soon as he gets the underhook, he's gonna start turning against me, right? So he's gonna turn, 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 turn. Guys, I'm gonna keep my weight here, look, I wanna make it harder for him. So I'm just gonna pretend that I'm sprawling. I'm gonna keep my weight, keep my weight, keep my weight. When he keep coming, I'm gonna throw my leg all the way up. Right? I'm gonna throw my leg like this. All the way up, as much as I can. Right? Now what I'm gonna do, let's just move a little bit. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pass my leg over. So I can even like bring my hand to my shin and pass my leg over. Guys, what's important here is when I'm in this situation, my opponent could start trying to roll over there, roll over here. So what I want to make sure to do it is keep my knee tight on his chest, try to roll this. He's stuck, look. And now my armpit is kind of tied here on his hand, right? So if you try to move this arm, his arm is stuck. And now I'm just gonna bring my knee up and the submission is there, right? So I just bring my knee up and the submission is there. So let's see again. So guys, I never saw anyone so good in this position as Marcel is. And it's crazy because he's probably the best one with guillotine, best one with X-guard, best one with one-leg X-guard. He's the best one on this one as well. So it's awesome. Like, well, it was an awesome time of my career to spend 4 years at Marcel's school in New York, teaching and training. I always say like best moves in my career was starting with my first teacher, Ricardo Marques. I went from white to black belt with him. Moving to São Paulo, when I became professional, I finished my college, got my black belt, moved there, and also moved to New York City, train and teach under Marcelo, teach at his school and train under him in 2013. And now I'm here in Boston, and very happy to. So let's see again how he does it. So, and how I'm doing as well. So I always say that in Jiu-Jitsu, you always should try to learn stuff from everybody and adapt to yourself. So I don't even know if the way I'm doing is exactly as he does, but it's the way that I adapt for myself. So I'm here, he's gonna get the underhook. Once he starts turning against me, I'm gonna keep my chest heavy here on him. Heavy. He's gonna try to roll, try to turn. Boom! I throw my leg over. Right? So once I throw my leg over here, I just have to sit down, pass my shin over, bring my knee, and submission is there. It's important to, let's turn. It's important to keep my knee tight on his chest. Try to come up, Luis. He's stuck. And then I just hit the submission and I got it. So last one, I'm gonna do quick right now. So this one starts here. So I'm fighting against Luis. He's gonna get the other hook. He's gonna try to turn against me. I'm gonna make heavy, turn. Boom. Now I'm just gonna sit down, bend my leg over, and that's it. The submission is there. Guys, right now I'm gonna show here the omoplata from the mount. It's one of my favorite omoplatas as well, and every time I get the mount, I'm not even thinking too much about submitting my opponent. First, I just want to make him as much uncomfortable as possible. So I want to put him in a spot that he doesn't want to be there. And then from there, probably he's going to give me the opportunity to hit the omoplata. So let's imagine I'm fighting against my opponent, he's like this. He's very well closed, right? So you guys can see that I'm sitting on his belly. That's not good. Because from here, if he does the bridge, he can get out of the mount easily. So what I want to do here, first thing is I want to move my body forward here, right? Guys, I'm not very good with the chokes from the mount. I can hit, I can do it, but it's not like my thing. So I like better doing this thing here, making him uncomfortable. I always say like that, I said this here before, that this game that I have been playing is really good for the old guys. Exactly because sometimes hitting the submission, you risk a lot. But putting your opponent in one uncomfortable position, the submission comes later. So this is what you're gonna do. Look, I'm here, I'm gonna move myself forward. And I'm gonna place my buff forearms over his head. Right? Why am I doing that? Because if I just move myself forward here, I'm opening his ab over there, but he's gonna hip escape up here, just move up, and then his elbow is closed again. Keep your elbow closed. So over here, if I move forward, he's gonna move up again, and his elbow is closing again. So I want to stop this move first. So just move down. So first thing I'm gonna do here, his elbow is closing. I'm gonna place my buff forearm over his head, right? Now I'm gonna start walking forward with my knees. Look, walk. Try to come up. He's stuck. Look, he has nothing to do there, right? Guys, once I got here, I'm gonna move up a little bit more, right? So look where I am. He's getting very uncomfortable here. Now I'm gonna start pushing his elbows down. Push down. His elbows are opening up. Guys, once his elbow open up, I'm gonna involve his arm and force him to hold me. Look. He did. Guys, once he hold him, I'm gonna lift the leg in the same side. So I'm gonna do this, look. I think you guys can see that there is something coming here. Omoplata is just coming. I could go to the monoplata, that's kind of like armbar mixed with the omoplata, or I could go to the omoplata. I'm gonna show both options here. So look, I could easily pass my leg over, stretch this leg, and fall to this side, and I would have the omoplata, or I could just pass this leg over, sit towards this side, and go to the monoplata. That's a mix of like armbar and monoplata and everything. Buff, right? And bring my leg over, submissions there, right? So let's see again. So I'm on the mount. My first goal here is to make him uncomfortable. That's my goal. So place both forearms over his head. Drive, 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 drive. Guys, one good detail here is when I'm on this spot, I don't want to just use my forearms. I use my feet as well. I close my feet as a duck on his hip. So I do this, look. Try to come out, he's stuck, right? So that's important. And I'm gonna keep driving myself forward. Now I'm gonna push his elbow down. I did. Once I did that, I'm gonna involve his arm and hold it, control. Now I'm gonna lift my leg up. Now I can place my leg over, and I can go to the monoplata to my left side or to omoplata to my right. I'm gonna go to the monoplata. I got here. I'm gonna make sure to keep my knee heavy on his shoulder, bring my knee up, and submission is just there. Last one right now, I'm gonna do going to the omoplata. So I'm on the mount, right? Instead of attacking choke or this and that, both forearms on the mat. Now he's gonna keep his elbow down. I'm gonna open, close my both feet as a duck on his hip. I'm gonna posture up, push his elbow down, involve his arm, lift my leg up, boom. Now, I'm gonna pass my leg over, and I'm gonna fall to the other side, going to the omoplata. So just fall here, and I do that same process again. I have the omoplata here. I would first control his pants and his belt, make sure he doesn't roll. Come up, control his armpit, stretch your leg down, escape, and done. That's it. Tell him some secret, and the submission is just there.